The craziest Pokemon leaks in history just keep on coming. We've got a lot to talk about. Let's dive in. So obvious spoiler warning here. If you haven't seen my last two videos here and here, I'll have them in the description below. But we've been covering a new leaker, which has been putting out a ton of information, including real screenshots from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Now, it's unknown whether this person has a beta copy or they are taking screenshots from an upcoming trailer, which I thought was coming today. But nonetheless, they are very clearly leaking the game, and we've got even more to talk about today. The first thing we're going to be taking a look at is actually a post that talks about new images about the making of a Pokemon Scarlet and Violet trailer. This is really cool. So there's some screenshots or pictures of film crews set up outside of various locations, and it seems as though they're filming a live action trailer, and they'll probably be like Pokemon edited in and so on and so forth. So this could be the sign of us getting a massive trailer in the very near future. I don't know how long ago these pictures or videos were taken, but it does seem as though this source is legit, as there are people commenting on this thread saying there's some more videos from this day. I'm from Girona, the city where it was recorded, and they have videos of people like filming the film crews taking the videos and stuff like that. I thought this was quite fascinating, and I think it's really interesting. We have had trailers like this in the past, but generally, like I said, they're the bigger ones, right? Like there's gonna be a presents or something. So maybe that's what we're leading towards, because it's been over a month since our last bit of information, actually about 6 weeks, and this has been a bit of a slower news cycle outside of the leak. So again, we'll have to wait and see how this turns out. I'd be honest, I don't know what the turnaround time is of like filming a live action like this and then turning it into an actual trailer. I can't imagine it takes too long with the resources that Pokemon has. Next, we're gonna look at Centro's breakdown of 3 of the mechanics or gimmicks that we're expecting in the game. Now, I did touch on this in the other videos, but I do think it's relevant. So we're thinking that there's gonna be some sort of a crystallization that takes place. Maybe crystal forms, kind of like Crystal Onyx or something like that. It seems to be the main gimmick of the region, where all Pokemon can use it and most NPCs use it in game. It's activated by a new ball-like item. So I guess it's one of the new gimmicks that's teased, and we'll have to wait and see kind of ultimately what it is. But when I look at this picture, it looks like there's like a skull and crossbones that's kind of above whatever this flower-like Pokemon is, and that could be indicating of something like poison typing. That's kind of what I think of initially. The next main mechanic that we're talking about are these new types of forms, which if you saw my video yesterday, we talked about this Amoonguss form, this Jigglypuff form. It seems as though there's not regional forms. There's gonna be those, but there will also be these regional fakes, like some sort of kind of fake Pokemon, robotic Pokemon, something like that. And I think that's gonna be interwoven into the storyline of Scarlet and Violet, and it could be a key part, obviously. And it seems as though these Pokemon might roam around, and I'll show you a screenshot of Jigglypuff in a little bit. So we'll have to wait and see. And then again, there's gonna be regular forms, regional forms, things like that we know are gonna exist, as well as new evolutions of previous Pokemon, like Murkrow getting an evolution, like Dunsparce potentially getting an evolution, like Wooper, and potentially Tauros, and many more. I thought it was worth actually bringing this up. We have some artist renditions of various Pokemon, like what seems to be Quaxly's evolution. I thought this was quite good. I'll put links to the sources in the description as well. But this person drew what they're anticipating Quaxly's Evo to be. And we do know that this Pokemon from the Riddler is going to be water and fighting typing. So if this is indeed what Quaxly's evolution looks like, what are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comment section below. We also know of this Flamingo Pokemon, and it looks kind of goofy, so I'm all about it. I would love to see this Flamingo Pokemon. I think that would be pretty sweet. Soul Silver posts Zagooni's art, kind of taking some shots at what they think based on the back images of Quaxly's evolution and Sprigatito's evolution. I thought these were pretty cool. So I thought I'd show these sketches and give you guys an idea of what these evolutions could look like. Does seem as though Sprigatito is gonna be standing up based on the screenshots that we have so far, as blurry as they are. I just want to take a second to say, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so now. We are almost at 1 million subscribers, and I'm gonna be covering these leaks, news, and much, much more on the channel. And YouTube tells me that like 50% of you guys are not subscribed, and just yesterday alone, 1,800 of you turned up and hit that subscribe button and got us so much closer to 1 million. So please take a second here today, make sure you guys subscribe, get in before 1 million, and then you won't miss out on the news, leaks, and much, much more for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. There's been some more posts going around on 4chan, this Jigglypuff fake, which is a regional fake apparently, and this was actually the avatar of the leaker who's been posting all this information, who, by the way, continues to go dark and then comes back and then goes dark and comes back, puts a few posts out there and then disables their account again. So it's been an interesting kind of situation to follow, but Some of these screenshots, by the way, we're not 100% sure they're real. The Jigglypuff we do believe to be real at this point. Whether this is a real screenshot of it, I don't know, but it does seem as though it very well could be. Further, we've got this screenshot of what this like grass-like Pokemon thing is. Now that seems like there's just so many screenshots flooding the internet, it's kind of hard to decipher what's real or not. I don't know if this is a real Pokemon. I just want to be honest with you. This one could be fake. It looks very interesting. It's kind of almost looks a little bit like Petalil, if I had to be honest, but I don't think we're getting another Lilligant form. Then we've got this electric doggo, which looks really, really cool. I don't know if they would do another one because of we just got Boltoned, but this is a really cool design. Again, this is kind of thought to be fake at the moment. But again, there's just so many screenshots. Now that we have these real images that have been leaking from this source, it seems like it's an opportunity that people are kind of opening the floodgates to put out even more stuff. So we're gonna cover it, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts. If it comes from the real source, then I'll tell you. I don't believe this did. I think this came from just a 4chan post. So again, I wouldn't put too much stock into this one yet, but I guess it could be real, but I think this one is fake. Then we've got this other post here, which I really don't know what's going on. It looks like there's like a girl with this like giant head of phantasmic gas, and then there's kind of some blurry images of trainers. I feel like all I've been doing the last 24 hours is squinting at these blurry pictures. Seriously, it's 2022, get a better camera. I think it's obviously intentional that these leakers are using blurry images to try to save themselves, right? Because obviously they don't want to run into any potential legal complications or anything like that, but we'll have to wait and see. I don't know how legit this is. We saw all the gym leaders in the previous video. Those are, thought to be real at this point. So this could be another important trainer or something to that effect. I gotta say, regardless, it's pretty convincing given everything else we've had. A buddy of mine, Johnny, actually sent me this. He took the model of Palmy's evolution, which is thought to be real at this point, and kind of fixed the model and cleaned it up. I thought I'd show you guys that. I thought it was really interesting. So if Palmy evolves into this guy right here, what are your thoughts? If it stands up and kind of looks like this, is this a Pokemon you would like on your team? It's not exactly what I envisioned out of Palmy, but maybe it's a middle evolution or something. It looks like a middle evolution to me, to be honest. I would like to see it get another one and maybe get, I don't know why I want it to just like be buff, like buff Pikachu or something. This is another interesting point. Centro's reporting on that the leaker has said that they found data for many Pokemon that currently don't appear in the game, and leftover data from Pokemon Legends and BDSP. I'm not really sure, so we'll have to wait and see regarding how legit this is. First of all, is this leaker someone who has access to this information, right? Are they playing the game? Are they coming from a trailer, etc.? But it's not uncommon for there to be data left over in the games. In fact, Pokemon has a very large track record of just leaving data in the game from previous games, like Mega Stones and stuff that don't actually work. So it wouldn't be surprising to me if there was information. It is worth noting that BDSP was made in a different engine, so I'm not really sure what would have been ported over there, but there's a lot of thoughts that this game is going to have a DLC model, much like Sword and Shield did. That's what the Riddler seems to be indicating. That's what seems to be the case. That would be for 2023, obviously, but there could be a lot of Pokemon that are ultimately missing that get added back into the decks to ultimately create more longevity for the game, much like they did with Sword and Shield, which, by the way, I think they did a great job. And last but not least, I have someone who's been reporting to me about this leaker, who's got a private account who keeps, like I said, turning it off and on, basically privating it, turning it, disabling it, etc. But basically someone said, asked him, do we cook in the game? And he responded with a sandwich emoji, which makes me think that we are gonna have some sort of a cooking mechanic. They've generally had that in every Pokemon game over the last couple years, going back to X and Y, like the Pokemon Ami, Pokemon Refresh, that kind of stuff, the camping feature in Galar, so I wouldn't be surprised if there was some sort of a camping mechanic. Obviously, you had the opportunity to do that in Pokemon Legends Arceus as well. When asked if Dratini had a new evolution, he said, I'm not responding to that. So didn't say no to the new evolution for Dratini, just said I'm not responding. But he said, I guess, I'm not saying about leak. So again, English isn't this person's first language, so there's been some misinterpretations or some kind of gray areas about what's actually being said, but it seems like there's some up in the air stuff about Dratini, so don't hold your breath over it, but maybe we'll get something there. So that's your update for now, but I'll be staying tuned to see if there's gonna be any more information or screenshots coming out today. So again, it's imperative that you guys are subscribed to the channel as we are closing in on 1 million. I honestly can't believe it. It's pretty nuts. I've been doing this for a long time, guys. Over 10 years I've been making videos on YouTube. So hopefully you enjoyed this one. Like the video if you did, and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Thanks so much for all your love and support, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.